Hey guys, today we are here at Bob Evans and we're here to try the 2 for $22.99 dinner. But there's a catch to this. You can either have it delivered or you have to take it with you. You cannot eat it inside the restaurant. So we're gonna go in here, pick one of these up, take it back to the house, and we'll explain it all to you then. So are you ready, Bobby?
Ready.
Let's rock and roll.
Let's rock and roll.
I came in, I was going to order it online, but they told me I could order it at the cash register. Told us about 20 minutes and it would be ready. The dinner for 2 for $22.99 consists of 2 starters, 2 entrees, and a dessert to share. And it is to go only. Now let's go over the choices. Each person can choose a starter, get a choice of a garden salad, a cup of chicken noodle soup, or a cup of cheddar baked potato soup. The entree choices are a mushroom and onion steak, fried chicken, country fried steak, grilled chicken breast, and a chicken and noodle deep dish dinner. Each entree comes with a choice of 2 side items. These are the ones that come with your meal that you can choose from. They have 4 other ones that you can pay an upcharge. Those consist of onion rings, loaded mashed potatoes, loaded French fries, and a small garden salad. And you pick a dessert to share. You get 4 choices: the Reese's peanut butter chocolate pie, the Holy Cow chocolate cake, double crust apple pie, and a sundae. And if you want to upgrade for $5 more, you can choose from one of these 4 entrees. But I would just stick with the regular ones. Otherwise, you're gonna be paying $33. While we wait on our meals, let's take a quick look around the restaurant. Since we're in the Morgantown Bob Evans, just look at some of the Mountaineer items. This bear is $100. The Mountaineer snow globe is $32. And a few Mountaineer statues. That one and this one, they are both $40. Patriotic section. I really like this. $28 on God Bless Our Veterans. Just noticed these tumblers, Wizard of Oz and Elvis for 22. I think they're 22 ounces, but this one's pretty nice too. Superman, and that is the retro Superman that I grew up on. That one is $19. I just noticed this antique section in here. Have some old lunch boxes. There's an Annie lunchbox for $30. Adam 12 for $100, and the $6 Million Man. They have 2 of them. That one's $135. This one is $100. Wow. I wonder if the thermos is in those. Should have kept all mine. Not sure if I had the $6 Million Man or not. Probably not. I had to look. The thermos is inside. Look at that. Safety first. It has rules for school. I don't remember that in the old days. But that's been a long time ago.
John?
Oh, thanks. All right, now we're gonna go to the front and pay for it. And we're getting out of here.
Put your dessert and like the utensils in there.
All right,
okay?
thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We made it back home. Let's unpack everything. See what we got. There's one of the meals. Can't really see which one that is yet. That one's yours, Bobby. I can see my country gravy on this one. Gave us 4 dinner rolls.
Here's your mac and cheese, green beans, my carrots, and the 2 soups.
Here's our pie. We will put that in the fridge.
They gave us some forks and knives and spoons, butter, and some crackers for your soup.
Plenty of crackers. Here's a look at everything. Let's get started. Start off with Bobby's cheddar baked potato soup. Here's what it says about it. Large cuts of potatoes blended together in a perfectly seasoned, satisfying sharp cheddar cheese base topped with bacon. And you can see the onions in there also. It's time for tasty is what it says on the container.
I'm ready to taste it. Mix it up some. A lot of potatoes.
It says there are
creamy.
large potatoes in there.
That is very good. Plenty of potatoes. It's creamy. It's a thick broth. The chopped green onions and bacon go well together in the soup. Definitely can tell that this is a sharp cheddar cheese. This would be very filling. This is a hearty soup, so I'm glad it's not a big container.
That's probably some pretty good soup for the wintertime instead of a 90-degree day, but we wanted to try their soups today.
That's why we're inside, John.
That's right, we were going to do it outside.
It's nice and cool in here.
That does look good, Bobby.
It also has a little tangy flavor to it. We looked online at a copycat recipe. It says they use milk, flour, and sour cream. Even though there's bacon in this, I don't get a lot of saltiness from it.
Something else they said they use in this one is chicken broth.
I didn't really notice that.
And I tried it. I don't taste any chicken broth in it, but
Very
I
good.
enjoyed it too. Now let's try the chicken noodle soup that I ordered for my meal. Now let's see what's in mine. Old-fashioned egg noodles, tender chicken, hearty vegetables and herbs in a rich and savory broth. Some big noodles in there. It's probably absorbing all that broth. That's going to be good. Let's try it out. See the side of mine? Forks up, down on the farm. Look at all that. You see where that broth has been absorbed into a lot of those noodles, but a little bit of it leaked out on the way home, but not much.
I see some carrots in there.
I'll save that carrot for you, Bobby. You see the chicken? Big pieces of chicken in there. Let's try it. This definitely tastes homemade. The noodles have absorbed a lot of that broth because when you bite into them, you can really taste it. I get some of that pepper flavor in there. And what I'm surprised about, it's not overly salty. But just look at the size of those noodles. And the chicken is tender. The noodles remind me of those noodles you get at Walmart or whatever. Bobby buys them, makes her homemade chicken noodle soup. They're in the frozen food section because I love them. But man, they fill you up. And this is going to fill you up. And we did not put this in the microwave and warm it up or anything at all. And it's still very hot in this container. And I ate the carrot, Bobby.
You did. I tried John's soup. I do like it. But if I had to choose between the two, I'm going with the potato soup.
Oh, Bobby, let's let everybody decide. Look at that. You guys be the judge, but I don't know how you could pass that up. And there's another carrot in there. That one is Bobby's carrot. Take a look at Bobby's entree, the mushroom and onion chopped steak. This dish features a perfectly seasoned chopped steak with flavorful mushrooms and onions. Now, chopped steak can either be ground beef or chopped up sirloin, but this one is ground beef. And as her sides, she got mashed potatoes and beef gravy and carrots.
I'm gonna try the mashed potatoes and gravy first because as soon as I opened this, the beef gravy smelled so good. Those are very good. You can taste some of the pieces of the potatoes. We asked the lady that worked there if they made them at the restaurant. She said no, they are made with real potatoes, but they come in already prepared. So I don't know if they're like in a bag or how it comes in. But they are very creamy, got a good butter flavor to them. The gravy is really good. It has a good beef flavor to it. A little salty, but I did enjoy it. Let's try the carrots. They use brown sugar to put on them. I don't get a lot of sweetness from the carrots, more of a butter flavor. They're good, but I still like Cracker Barrel's carrots better. Save the best for last, the chopped steak. Wish they would have had a little more onions and mushrooms on this. The difference between chopped steak and hamburger would be they use egg and some onion in it. Is what I'm thinking is how they made this. We'll see.
Because that just looks like a regular hamburger, except a little bigger, but it should taste a little different. And it's got that brown gravy that you were liking on those potatoes on there, Bobby.
It's another good item. Reminds me of Salisbury steak. It has a good beef flavor to it. It's tender, a little saltiness from the gravy. I just wish there was a little more onions and mushrooms on it. That's just my preference. The rolls, you can't beat the rolls. I don't think anybody makes better rolls than Bob Evans.
You've always said that.
I've always said that. They're so soft. A little bit of butter.
You know what would be good on that?
Jelly.
And I'm just thinking about it. I know jelly, but I'm thinking about that cinnamon apple butter. I need to pick some
You
of
love
that
that stuff,
up
don't you?
next time where somewhere has it.
They never disappoint. They're just so light and fluffy. I could probably just eat the rolls and nothing else.
Maybe we'll go there sometime and just order a half dozen
Order
rolls.
rolls and a salad maybe.
Now let's take a look at my country fried steak. It's one piece of lightly breaded tender beef, smothered in country gravy, some green beans and ham, and their famous mac and cheese. And these containers have vents in them if you want to heat it back up in the microwave. I put mine back in there for about 15 seconds.
Also keep these and clean them up and send home leftovers with the kids.
They're worth keeping. This looks very good. I don't know where to start. I think I'm going to start with these green beans. Get some of this ham. And even though these containers don't look huge, when you dump them out, there's a lot of stuff in them. First thing I noticed about these green beans and this ham is there's not a lot of salt flavor to them. I expected with all this ham in there, they would be really salty, and they're not. They just taste like they've cooked all day in this ham, and there's some onions in there. That's just the flavor I get from them. The ham, it's tender. The green beans are tender. They're not hard, they're not overly soft, and they almost remind me a little bit of green beans you would get out of the garden. They don't really have a canned green bean flavor to them. I like them.
I think the ham and the onion just make it a different flavor.
They're very good. Now let's try the mac and cheese, and I don't even have to try it because we buy this stuff, those side dishes in the stores, and we love the mac and cheese.
Yeah, sometimes we buy them when they're on sale.
Yeah, because they're pretty expensive when they're not on sale. This is made with real cheddar cheese. Has your elbow macaroni in there. Looks pretty creamy. Let's try it. Good as always. It's a little salty, but not too bad. A thick sauce. It's a rich cheddar flavor to it. Guys, if you've never tried the Bob Evans mac and cheese, make sure to pick some of those up in your grocery stores or go into Bob Evans and try it. You know what I need to do? I need to go into Cracker Barrel because they got some good mac and cheese and see which one is better. Cracker Barrel's got that little crispiness to it, I think, because it's baked. But
I'll
this
have
is
to
still
blindfold
good.
you and let you try them.
I'd have to be blindfolded, yeah. But I think I can tell the difference. So if you like rich, creamy mac and cheese, you're gonna like this. Now let's try the country fried steak with this country gravy on it. This is made with cube steak. Show you guys the side angle of that. It's still kind of crispy, even though it's been sitting for a few minutes. See a little bit of that pepper in that country gravy. It's not sausage gravy, it's just basically flour, milk, and butter. And it's a pretty good size. I think you can get a meal there with two of these, I think, for $13.99. If you guys enjoy country fried steak, you would like the one that I'm having right now, because the cube steak inside it is not tough, and cube steak's normally tough. They prepared it perfect. The outside with the breading is very crispy, and I thought it would be because when I cut it, I could tell. It's a great flavor to it, whatever they used in the seasoning that they battered it with. But this gravy just has the right amount of pepper flavor to it. It's creamy, it's smooth. It's just something I normally don't get. When we looked at that menu, I thought, I'm gonna get this instead of chicken, and I'm glad I did, because if it tastes like this every time, I would order country fried steak more often, because this is very good. And it's not gonna be juicy because there's not much fat in a cube steak. Let's take a look at our dessert. Reese's peanut butter pie. It's chocolate cookie crust filled with creamy peanut butter filling and topped with whipped topping and Reese's peanut butter cups on top of it. There's the side look. Anxious to try this. I don't think we have ever had this before at Bob Evans.
I think there's about 1 inch of whipped topping on this pie.
There's a lot.
Soft.
See that chocolate crust on the bottom?
I really enjoyed this. The peanut butter is smooth and creamy. I thought I would get more flavor from the chocolate crust, but the peanut butter is overpowering. So if you're someone that likes Reese's peanut butter, you would enjoy this. Also, it's not overly sweet. I didn't get one of these little peanut butter cups. It's a perfect garnish to put on this pie. When my kids were little, I always bought the Reese's peanut butter cups and we put them in the refrigerator. It seems like they were always better that way.
I'm gonna take my bite with the cups on top. One more look. Bobby described this just like the same way I'm going to. It's like eating a silky cream pie. Eating it all together, all you get is the peanut butter flavor. So I tasted a little bit of this whipped topping by itself, and I could tell it was whipped topping then, but when you get one full bite of everything, you can't even tell it's there. But I do like it. And you could not taste the chocolate crust on it. It is very good, and surprisingly, I think Bobby said this, it's not overly sweet. It's just good. I would get this again. We just finished up with Bob Evans dinner for two for $22.99. What did you think about it, Bobby?
I think it's a great idea, especially if you've worked all day and you don't feel like cooking. Go online, order it for pickup or delivery. Everything comes in a nice container, so that's easy cleanup, or if you prefer, put it on a plate. I liked everything we tried, but I like John's green beans and macaroni and cheese better than the carrots, so I probably would not get those next time.
Let's look at the value of this meal. We saved $9 by bringing it home. The containers, if you want to get some brownie points in, you can bring that stuff home in a container, put it on the plate. That way when your wife gets home, you can say you've been slaving all day cooking her a home-cooked meal and serve her that. She might not know the difference. Now my country fried steak was prepared perfect. It was not tough. I love the breading on it. Both sides I thoroughly enjoyed, and especially the green beans, because I love ham. It wasn't overly salty. The mac and cheese had that great cheddar cheese flavor to them, and we got 4 dinner rolls. We only ate one apiece, so we have some left over, and the peanut butter pie. Thought that was really good. It wasn't overly rich. Now, the one thing I saw on there that you could get as another dessert was an ice cream sundae. I don't even know how you would get home with an ice cream sundae. I'd either go with what we got or maybe the apple pie. A savings of $9. It's a hearty meal because I am full and I did not finish all of my macaroni and cheese because it was hard to eat everything, especially with that soup. I was impressed with both of the soups. So I think overall, this is a pretty good deal, and we might pick this up again at Bob Evans. I'm not sure how long it lasts. You only had about 5 choices. Now you could upgrade for another $5 on different meals, but that's taking you up to about 33 bucks. I think if I was gonna do that, I would just eat it in the restaurant. I think stick with the ones that are $22.99 and what goes in that. I think you'll be happy with it.
And really, we save more than $9. You think about it, because if you're in the restaurant, if you order a drink, a tea, or a soda, what is that now? That's probably $6 more. I'm not sure. So we did save a good bit. So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe.
Yeah, so until we meet again,
J&B
have left the building.